So hey guys, it's Eva, and today I want to try playing an old game that my brother really loved. It's called Pharaoh, and the expansion is called Cleopatra. So this is the game of the day. This is, of course, in celebration of him, and also I used to love this game a lot. So let's try playing it. We're just going to create ourselves a new family here. What do I want to be called? I can pick lots of names. Let's pick this name. It's kind of like Reed. Begin family history. So this is a city builder economic game. It's really fun. It's quite laid back. It's very different than Pillars. And we shall begin family history in the pre-dynastic period. Your family begins in the pre-dynastic period, leading a small band of nomads through their discovery of the arts of civilization. Your leadership helps to set Egypt on its course to eventual greatness, still glimpsed only dimly. Begin.
It is said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So may the story of a great nation begin with one dream. The Red Land has given birth to such a dream. Clans of nomads carry it in their heart, across the immeasurable desert and into the land of Egypt.
There we go.
Welcome to ancient Egypt, land of the pharaohs. Here you'll participate in the history of one of the greatest civilizations the world has ever seen. In an epic story that spans more than 15 centuries and 24 generations. You must lead one family, generation by generation, from its earliest beginnings in Egyptian prehistory, through the dawn of civilization, to the establishment of a unique and powerful empire and beyond. Our story begins more than 5,000 years ago, along the banks of the Nile River in an area known as Nut. Here, a small confederacy of clans struggles to eke out an existence in the harsh environment. With you at its head, your family leads this small settlement.
Alright, so our objective is to build 6 meager shanties. That sounds like a fairly straightforward objective. Create an area of housing and watch immigrants arrive. So this is an older game, perhaps obviously by the graphics quality, and so it might be a little slow to load. Oh, that's not too bad. The first things this village will need are housing to provide settlers with a suitable place to live, and a network of roads to allow its eventual inhabitants to find their way around easily and efficiently. Build areas of housing, and you'll soon see people move into the village. Roads. Click and drag to build roads. At every intersection, walkers must choose which way to go, and at each intersection lessens your control over their actual routes. Okay, so intersections are actually bad. People are kind of random. Plan roads carefully with as few intersections as possible to ensure that people walk where you want them to. The path by which these immigrants reach your city is known as the Kingdom Road. Migrants always need free passage from the Kingdom Road to the city's housing areas. If you isolate some of the neighborhoods from this vital link to the outside world, its homes will simply disappear. To exit any message, click your right mouse button. The first thing I like to do when I play Pharaoh... Oh good, the scroll speed is an acceptable speed. Once in a while when you launch it, the scroll speed is super zoom. So I always like to check things. Game speed is scroll speed. Okay. Otherwise, it's really fast at first. So we don't have a lot of choices here. We have some housing, some roads, we can clear land, or we can build health and sanitation structures. That seems pretty simple. Let's build some housing. And so we have to watch out for our money, and we have, of course, our menus, but we're just going to build some housing. Where do we want to build this housing? We don't have a large map. I guess we'll build it here. Seems good. You cannot build while paused. And then we will give these people some wells. Because, you know, water is important. Without water, you will not do so well. So are. We have built some housing. We appear to have ostriches. Ostriches, which bury their heads in the sand. I guess we can speed up the game a little bit. There we go. That might be too fast. I fidget with this stuff all the time. I like my game to go kind of fast, but not too fast. People
say that this city has plenty of food to go around.
Well, if you like grass, that seems legit.
People say that this city... I'm new here. I wonder what the city will offer to a person like me.
We'll offer you a house. The dialogue in this game is great. I love it.
I'm new here. I heard there is a job here for anyone who wants one.
I hope so. They build themselves crude huts. This dwelling cannot improve unless the desirability of the area improves. I guess they don't like living next to vacancies. Ooh, it improved. Now it's a sturdy hut. It needs a supply of food to evolve again. Look at all the people! Our population is 23! So cool. All the people moving in. It's fantastic, right? Pharaoh's just a really fun game. It's nice and relaxing. It's not scary. It's a great game for people who don't really want a scary game, you know? It's a possible real-time economic strategy game. There's a little bit of war in it, but not very much. Mostly you just get your settlers and you build houses with them in it. So many people. You do have to kind of wait for the game to decide to tell you when to move on, which, you know, some people might be bothered by. I find it relaxing to just kind of watch my little city build up, but... Speech is on, music is off. The music is good, but really loud, so I have it off. City sounds are on, okay. Because otherwise it's really distracting. I wish I could set the speed at 65%, but I guess we'll do that for a little while. Create an area of housing and watch immigrants arrive. So we have here our messages which tell us what we're supposed to be doing. The blue messages are instructional. This is our mission goals. Our mini map is up here. I'm probably too huge, but for now it's fine. Alright, we should be moving forward soon. I'm not going to be able to hold anyone else. Surely these huts are full. I guess that one can hold a few more people. Room for 5, yeah. That's a lot more people fitting in those huts than I was anticipating. I guess they don't need much room. I'm thinking maybe we'll make a whole neighborhood and loop it back around like so. Seems good? Make another house or two. 2 more houses. And here come the families to live in them. That one evolved. Can probably hold 1 more family. Ooh, we're getting a flood. The Nile floods. Everything is flooded. It auto-saved the game. That was good. We have some swamp. The ostriches seem to be migrating north. Zoom ostriches. Okay, we can review the mission briefing. It hasn't changed. I'm gonna start building my neighborhood. Whoops. Oh well, there's a little zigzag. I believe it's tied to time, the quest. So theoretically, if we wait a little while longer, the Nilometer predicts that we will have an excellent flood next year, which is great. And so you can see this is really fast, and everything is moving really fast. Uh-oh, there's a fire in the village. A fire has broken out in the village. We will promptly pause it so that we can handle this. To protect against future fires, you can now build a firehouse. Firehouses need workers to operate. To find employees, someone is dispatched from the building in search of occupied houses. Once some housing is located, the building has access to employees, though this does not necessarily mean there are enough workers in the village to fill the vacated jobs. Once staffed, the firehouse can send fire marshals to patrol the village. Fire marshals inspect buildings and on their routes for fire hazards, reducing the risk of catching fire as they pass. Fire marshals can provide their services to any building within 2 spaces from a road. If he discovers a fire, the fire marshal moves to douse the flames with buckets of water and then returns to his normal patrol. Click Overlays, Risks to see which buildings are in danger of catching fire. If a building burns down, you can right-click the pile of rubble left behind to learn what was there before the fire, in case you've forgotten. Messages. When you hear the chime sound when this panel appears, it means a message has arrived for you. To read the message, click on the message button. Some urgent messages, like this one, are presented to you before being stored with your other messages. Less urgent notices go directly to your messages box without being specially displayed, so be sure to listen for the chime. Special instruction messages, like this one, are marked with blue. Scroll so you can easily refer back to them. Okay, we're going to turn the speed back down because, as you can see, full speed is perhaps intimidating. So there's our fire, and now we have a new ability to build a firehouse. Let's build the firehouse there, and one there. I like firehouses. He's going the wrong way!
I'm the most popular person in the city. A lot of people need jobs.
A lot of people need jobs. Going the wrong way! Oh good, oh no, the whole town is burning down. Let's try that risks overlay. Well, now that there's a bunch of people putting out fires, the risk of fire seems to have diminished significantly. Oh, we lost all the houses to fire. That's so sad. Build some new houses.
The god's fiery wrath will come down upon us if we don't pay more respect.
Uh-oh. Tell me more. I've had more people volunteer for the fire department. These people need jobs. Well, yeah, but I can only make them be fire marshals. Firefighting is hard work, and I'd love to cool off with a good show. There's not enough of that here. Even when fires are burning, all I can think about is how hungry I am. That's quite distressing. We've rebuilt some houses. Here come the people. Oh, they didn't go to the new houses. Housing and roads, fire in the village, millimeter prediction. Okay. I don't know, maybe I need more houses to trigger the... Let's build some more houses. So, if you build too many houses close together, some of them aren't nice enough to kind of improve, which is sad. Ah, here we go. We have triggered the next thing. A growing population needs a reliable source of food and some means of storing and distributing it. Certain animals, like game and other foods, certain animals can be hunted for game. Granaries store the game and other foods, while bazaars distribute the food to the village's inhabitants. As with most working structures, in order to function properly, these buildings must be located within reach of housing, and the city must have enough workers to staff them. Hunting for food. Build a hunting lodge close to the ostrich flocks, and hunters will set out in search of prey. If successful, they will bring carcasses back to the lodge to be butchered, after which a cart pusher will deliver them to the nearest granary for storage. Different workers from the bazaar assess the needs of the neighborhood they serve, acquire food from nearby granaries, and deliver the food to their houses in their immediate vicinity to meet those needs. So we have this nice little diagram. Here is the ostrich hunter. He goes out, and then he comes back, and the food goes to the granary, and then the workers from the bazaar pick it up and distribute it to houses. Build granaries and bazaars by clicking on the storage and distribution structure. Ultimately, your goal in this mission is to transform some of your crude huts into meager shanties. This is accomplished by providing them with water and food from the bazaar. Also make sure they are not too close to any unsightly industrial buildings or inferior housing, which discourage home improvement by lowering the desirability of the area. You can build slums. You will eventually learn various ways to increase an area's desirability. For now, though, simply avoid locating homes too near industries. Overseers of the granaries is now available to provide information and advice. In the meantime, you will have many advisors to help run your city. To access them, click on the Overseers tab. Alright. Yikes, it's flickering. Granary, bazaar, hunting lodge. We're gonna need some of these. Kind of want to put them up here, but I kind of feel like that might not be the right place for them. So we'll put them here. Right. Granary. And then some bazaars. Or one bazaar. One bazaar. There we go. Oh look, there go the hunters. I guess people really were unemployed.
Ostriches are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand. Ostriches are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand. Now those are some big drumsticks.
Probably very true. Now there's food in the granary. He doesn't have anything to say. Food in the granary. Ostrich hunting is going well. Clean water. Well done. You have managed to supply the village's granary with food. Now the villagers need access to clean water from a water supply, which is much preferred over well water. Like wells, these must be built on land with grass growing around it, and they will supply water. Once up and running, a water supply will dispatch a water carrier to deliver buckets of clean drinking water to all the houses in his immediate vicinity. Click Overlays Water to see which houses have access to clean water from a water supply, to simple well water, or to no water at all. Okay, so we can build them a fancier water supply. So well water neighborhoods are not the healthiest. Probably because they're just open-faced wells, not like actual good wells with covers, and so things grow in them, and this must be better. Looks like a giant well to me, but... hopefully they'll show up and realize that the... ah, there she goes.
The bazaar needs some items, and I'm going to get it.
Andremos is going to get the items that the bazaar needs. I hope we don't hunt the ostriches to extinction. We may well do that. Oh no, they seem to reappear. Okay, that's good, because I'd feel terrible.
I do my best to give the people what they want.
Ah, look, we have a house. Meager shanty. Look at all the meager shanties. Ah, we won. We got all the meager shanties we needed, and then you win. Cool.
Well done. By filling your people's bellies with nourishing food and protecting their homes from fire and collapse, you have helped this fledgling civilization take its first step on the long road of history.
Mission was completed in 17 months. Congratulations.
After many years and the passing of a generation, your family has resettled in the area of Inis, in Upper Egypt. Here, a small band of local rulers is attempting to extend its influence over Lower Egypt and all lands along the River Nile, and to unite this realm under its own house with one supreme leader. Establishing Thinis as a thriving city like nothing ever seen before will prove the worthiness of the Thinite Confederacy and help them gain supremacy over Lower Egypt and the other factions vying for power. In time, this will mean providing the population with entertainment and building wonderful temples to worship the region's patron deity. To build this city this grand will require a substantial supply of cash. You will find rich deposits of gold ore in Thinis, and harvesting them should be your first priority.
Alright, so we get to build a capital at Thinis next to the city. Gold and crime. Searching rocky areas for the presence of metal ore, evidenced by shiny metallic patches among the rocks. Oh look, there it is. In order to extract the ore, you must build a gold mine adjacent to these veins. A palace is needed to convert raw gold into ore, as well as store the resulting gold bullion. So apparently every palace contains a smelter? Cool. The palace is the seat of the city's government and must be built where there is suitable access to groundwater, grassy areas. Once your palace is up and running, miners will deliver the gold ore from any gold mines for conversion into cash, counted as debens. Crime. With a supply of cash in reserve, however, comes the risk of theft. Constables can help reduce losses through theft, both by patrolling the streets to prevent crime and by subduing any criminals they encounter. Oh good, we'll get a police force. The best way to prevent crime, though, is to keep your population happy with adequate food, healthcare, and jobs. That seems surprisingly true, and a very good moral of this game. Alright. So here we are in Thinis. I'll save it here and we'll come back and build the capital at Thinis next time. So, as you can tell, I've been smiling this whole time. I find Pharaoh just really fun. Looks like we'll harvest some ostriches again. I really like Pharaoh. It's a lot of fun. So we're, what are we gonna call it? Making history. Part 1. Game has been saved. Excellent. I just really enjoy Pharaoh, so we'll come back and play it again soon, together. These videos are a little weirder because it is a very old game, so I have to set the resolution really wonky in order to make it work. But it seems to be working okay. So this was, again, one of my favorite games, one of my brother's favorite games. It's called Pharaoh. I'm gonna try to upload Pharaoh on Sundays. Maybe Saturdays. Probably Sundays, so... Great, family-friendly game, available on GOG for cheap. Later, guys.